Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, and welcome back to Medieval 2 Total War, where you join me at a, well, slightly unexpected moment. I haven't actually changed turn since last time. So, last time, basically, we killed the Pope. Well, we killed a Pope. We've killed quite a few Popes. We killed another Pope, just working our way through the Popes. Now, my plan was to potentially wrap up Spain and thus eliminate their cardinals before the papal election. Because the papal election would have been triggered after I next ended a turn, because the papal election basically checked whether there needs to be a papal election at the beginning of each turn. However, because I basically, you know, saved and then quit at the end of last part, I've just reloaded and the papal election's triggered, so it checks whether a papal election needs to occur when you load the game, as well as when you actually change over turn. So, this has kind of put a bit of a wrench in the plan, because now if the stupid other cardinals don't vote right, we're just going to have to kill another Pope. Okay, fine. You know what? The Pope Wars shall continue, I suppose. Time for the election, because you can see there, yes, I have technically got enough votes to, even if, ooh, hang the flip on, they're not all going to vote for the same guy, because the Spanish are going to go for the Spanish, and the Portuguese are going to vote for the Portuguese, and they're not going to be clever enough to gang up on me. I might just actually finally get the Pope we've been waiting for. Come the flip on. Oh, yes. I have been reconciled. Everything just flipping changed. The Pope has sent an emissary to notify you of his willingness to reconcile his differences. That means public order will now be much, much better off. Oh, yes. Pope Zappa. Good name. Pope Zappa. Excellent name, in fact. So, we've now got ourselves... Yep, your faith, please. Oh, blimey. I'm not even an inspiration to all of Christendom. Even a flipping Danish Pope looks at me and says, you know what, you're just alright. So, yes, indeed. Everyone just voted for themselves, which is beautiful. Now, the question is, where's the cocking Pope? Because I'm generally not sure, like, where or even if he spawns. Like, the Pope's got a good fleet down there, but the Pope doesn't own any territory, unless, of course, the Pope has been handed territory by a Catholic faction. No, 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 and no. Right. I'm not sure the Pope's even on the map right now. I think he needs to wait for... Well, actually, he spawned into an army. Last time, when the Pope didn't have any cities, he just spawned into the nearest army. Can we locate the Pope? Also, he's already 61 years old. That might be a bit of a problem. And we can't have a crusade. It's been too soon since last one. But yes, now, all of a sudden... Yes, indeed. Sicily remains excommunicated, because of course they do. And... the Pope is, like, okay with the other factions, but he's mainly, you know, happy with me, because he is indeed from Denmark. And if he does die, then there should be... Yeah, I should still have enough votes to actually carry me... Ooh. I guess if he votes for himself, and then there's another... Yeah, that could maybe be a bit problematic. We might have to get another cardinal set up. Yeah, I'm not sure where the Pope is. I'm not sure if he's even allowed to actually spawn onto the map, until such time as there is actually, yeah, a city for him to spawn into. Speaking of which, what else have we got? Yeah, Papal State's very good. Crusaders... There was a crusade? Wait, what? When was that? Oh! I wasn't even flipping invited or informed it happened. Did I just miss an alert telling me there was a flipping crusade against Jerusalem? Oh, blimey, the old Pope tried to actually get everyone to attack Jerusalem. Didn't go so well, apparently. Right, well, this is all good news, I guess. Right, time to turn our attention to, yes indeed, the Venetian question, because Venice is running out of strength pretty quickly. They've got a bunch of, like, just little crappy island cities, but barely anything in them, and, that's actually a fortress, but barely guarded at all. And then Kaffa up here is presumably, yeah, that's a large town. That's absolutely fine. So for the time being, at least, this is all okay. We just need to basically break their stranglehold on the areas they're properly squatting in. In particular, Sofia. That's going to be difficult. But Einstein-Kilson is coming in with a good army and cannons. If we can draw these guys out, yeah, I think we can handle that. Plus, down here, Citadel, they've basically abandoned that because they've been sending reinforcements up north. This force is stuck for the time being. Good old Carl Levin, he needs to go and take care of the traitor Snorri as well. Right. Can you get round to the flipping Venetian faction heir this turn? Yes, you flipping can. Now, here's the thing. I need to cross the river against him. How long is the bridge? Because if it's the same bridge as we saw last time with Milan, it's quite flipping long. But I'm going to actually have backup on the far side of the bridge from the city of Venice. So presumably you actually do want to fight this, 'cause you've got quite a few men. Yeah, okay. What have you got? It's basically nothing, but there's actually basically no flipping infantry, is there? Yeah, there's 1 unit of armoured sergeants, there's some dismounted feudals, 1 Italian spear militia, no, 2. Other than that, it's literally nothing but indirect fire. How the hell are we going to cross this bridge? Right, the way we're going to cross this bridge is using this guy. This guy who's got... I can't actually see his army. But inside that city, he's got something. And I need to let that be controlled by the AI, because I need that army to enter the battlefield in order to slowly come up behind that guy and basically start firing cannons, because there's definitely 4 groups of cannons inside there. And aside from his actual leader, they've got no cavalry. So, yeah, basically what we need to happen is... we need the cannons to come up and disrupt the formations, so at that point I can try and safely cross the bridge. Wow, this is going to be quite an interesting fight. Ah, wait a minute. The bridge seems to have slightly... Okay, either it just looked longer back when there's... No, that is still pretty long. I think it is the same bridge, it just looked longer when it was incredibly misty. So, what we've got is the Venetians are going to draw up defensively, understandably, around here, using all the flipping missiles in the world. But, pretty much directly behind them, a whole bunch of... Wait, will it be behind them? Yes, logically it will be right here. A bunch of cannons supported by a tiny bit of infantry and some crossbows are going to come in, and the cannons are just going to start firing. So that will hopefully cause these guys to split apart. Now, who do I want to use to basically lead the sacrificial charge? And yeah, there's definitely no shallow I can use elsewhere, is there? No, this river's definitely too wide for me to just sneak some cavalry over a shallow over here. Well, I tell you what, Norse swordsmen, 77, but with a defense of 19. They're probably some of the defensively toughest things I've got going on right now. Yeah, gee, the Norse archers are 17, which is ridiculous. Yeah, you're 19 defense on the Norse swordsman. That could work. If I basically just send this guy over first, with the idea being he can basically just draw the fire, and then everyone else who's a bit squishier just rushes behind him, that could flipping work. And in addition, I'll need to be using my own long-range fire as well as I can to basically just lay down some support. Let's just keep them a little bit far back in the minute, because I can't see... Hang on, is that going to be in range? That's weirdly short. Are you sure? Yeah, if I just put you guys here, what's the range on you? Only to here, fine. So you should be pretty safe to be, like, right here, though, admittedly, even if you're right here, you'll barely be able to reach the far side. Only flipping just. Yeah, 2 units of Norse swordsmen leading the charge over the bridge when the time comes, not before. Behind them, yep, there we are. You, 1 chevron of experience and actually upgraded armour. You'll do alright. Then the experienced lads behind them. Then the squishier lads. Then Silver Defense Viking Raiders. And then at the rear, the spearmen. Honestly, there's not much for you guys to do, so you just hang out together at the back. Is that all my infantry? That is... Nope, there's 1 unit I've forgotten. Hang on, you get over there, please. And on top of that, yeah, you and you, who I also forgot about. Norse archers can be backup if need be. Then we've got a bunch of cavalry at the rear. And then, yeah, more flipping cavalry too. Marvellous. So we've got a healthy amount of cavalry. If we could get that over the water, that would help out. But I'm concerned. Right, so in come the reinforcements. Right, so Captain Harkin has indeed arrived. And unsurprisingly... yeah, there's a ridiculously large amount of strength. Are you about to try and do anything stupid? No, nothing major. Ah! They've got catapults. That's a concern. Right, luckily, what I'm bringing in is, yeah, that is 4 units of cannon, supported by crossbow militia and sword staff militia behind them. So all these guys need to do is basically just start firing as soon as the opportunity presents itself. Are you guys firing yet? No. Right now, no one's in range of anyone else. These guys are sort of moving up, possibly into this position here. The catapult might represent a problem, but we should actually tear the catapult apart with our cannon really, really flipping soon. So hopefully the cannons are... Yep. Right. The cannons are already moving into position, and these guys are just charging forward, because why the bloody hell not, eh? So, yeah, there we go. Line of cannons. Admittedly, these might be a little bit too close together, but screw it, whatever. No movement. These guys are just going to be absolutely torn apart, but screw it. In comes the first... Oh, they're firing the flaming shots! Oh, yes. Yeah. General's bodyguard starts... Okay, be a bit careful. One of you is not using flaming shot, and if you do overshoot, you might hit my lads. So, question is... Right, their catapults have indeed turned right around to try and focus over here. But these crossbowmen are now... Are they charging, like, to do this point-blank range? Okay, that's interesting. They've actually charged into range of my crossbows, which is of interest, but they're not in range of my cannons yet, so the cannon's just going to keep firing. Now, until I've completely screwed up their formation, I shouldn't actually get involved here. These guys are being torn apart pretty quickly, because even though they're pretty well armoured, yeah, militia crossbowmen, they punch well above their weight. Over here, we've got problems, though. These guys are... Actually, these guys are no longer... They seem to be struggling to fire. And in comes... Are you even firing right now? Guys, just... Guys, what are you doing? Just... There we go. One of you is firing at least. Nice. And then these guys just slowly falling back and firing over here. But they're struggling to actually hit anything, to be honest, because of the accuracy issues. Do I want to take this opportunity to charge over? No. My best bet will basically just be wait. Wait for these guys to just soften up this force as far as possible. There's no reason for me to flipping rush. I may as well just let the cannons fire in, and they'll just get some lucky shots in over time. Though admittedly some of them will just hit the water, and yeah. There wasn't actually a great animation for flaming shots hitting water. You'd think that would be kind of spectacular with hissing and bubbling. But no. No, sometimes not. That was almost good. That was a bit better. Yeah, we're getting some horses down here, and a bunch of attacks just coming in. Just flames going in one side, and ooh, the catapults going for these guys on the other. Just like the bombards just firing in over there. These guys just being shot from the rear. But yeah, it's so inaccurate, it's just as likely to hit my guys as theirs. It's overshooting quite a lot. Yeah, unfortunately, the thing about bombards is they seem to be... They're kind of very inaccurate on the vertical plane. But on the horizontal plane, they seem to be alright. So, ooh, that looks like a good hit. That'll take down some horses. So, like, generally, like, if all four of those bombards were, say, like... over here, say, and they were just lined up here, they're probably doing a lot better. They're not good at dealing with very, very long horizontal lines. How are these crossbows doing, by the way? They're weak, but they are slowly just wearing down one of these Pavese guys. You guys have just naffed off over here. I'd say maybe it's time for us to give a bit of a poke over the water. Because these guys, how close are you to being in range? Not close. Even if I moved you right down to the water, I don't think you'd have a shot. So that's a bit of a concern. But it's nice that their actual general is already down to 42. That's good. I mean, if I just charged over the bridge, I might be able to pull them all together into a big... Oh, this might be just the flipping moment. I think they've decided to actually turn their attention over here to the Sword Staff Militia. Speaking of which, if you want to charge cavalry into Sword Staff Militia, that will do you some damage. Right, you know what? This is the moment. It's time for us to get our troops over the flipping water. Right, all the heavy infantry is set to move across, and all of the spearmen, together with the Norse archers, because why not, go for the general. Right, everyone should start moving across the river at this point. We've got plenty of cannon fire. Those guys are just going to charge straight into here. They'll do some damage, but they'll take some straight back as well. Yeah, I saw one of them go straight flipping down. Crossbows starting to fall back. These guys have been on the damage side. They're trying to fire in at my guys, but they're going to be hitting there. Yep, there's a horse that just got taken down by their own fire here. Friendly fire's going to do a lot of flipping damage. One of you's broken. One of you is shaken. Cannon fire's coming in. And we've got ourselves... No, careful! Careful with the cannon fire. Really careful with the cannon fire. Those are my guys. Oh, bloody hell. Have you taken out a single one of the catapults yet? No, of course you flipping haven't. Still... My guys have actually made it over the... That was my guys. Alright, that was a really big number of my guys you just killed. Alright, be flipping careful with the flipping cannons. Where's their leader, by the way? Their leader's decided to run over here, but he's now down to 33. Right, my guys have made it over the river, barely taking any damage at all, aside from the fact my own cannons are slaughtering me right now. So please stop. Still, at this point, I've probably done what I needed to do, which is the big concern was if I just moved across the bridge, they'd start basically shooting me like crazy. I just need to basically force up... Okay, once again, that was my own cannon that just killed like 20, 40 people and is spooking the hell out of my own troops. I'm possibly going to actually force myself to lose this battle just using my own cannons. And I can't tell them to flipping stop. Oh god, right, okay. These guys should be... Once again, that was actually an attack on myself. That was another attack on myself. Well done. I just need to... Okay. I need to break out of here. I need a couple of these guys to hang the flip on. I need some of you guys to basically just push your way out of where you are. Just get over here and hit those guys. A couple of you guys need to get over here and hit these guys. We need to start spreading out. Otherwise, the odd cannon shot is going to be devastating. So I need these guys to start. Yep, there we are. Good. We've got Italian spear militia starting to rout. This is basically, I need to avoid a reverse spade. Oh, right. They're using their flipping cannons, are they? Well, that's fine. I need to send in the... I'm sending in the cavalry, but not my general. Right. Get them over that Italian spear militia. That's dismounted feudals. Just get them over that side. Yeah, there we are. Let's see if we can just basically get the cavalry to break out on this side. My cannons are now firing over here, which is doing some good work, but there's a lot of fire being laid down on my guys. They are eager for the time being, though, because they're good quality infantry. But we need to break out right now, okay? We cannot be standing here fighting like this. These guys will absolutely win a straight-up slugging match, but... Oh, it's a little bit on the concerning side. These guys now just coming forward. Bombard's coming forward as well. Those just assuming you've got... those must be the Balkan archers. Obviously, crossbows don't get... There we go. There we flipping go. That's right. That's right. Get on these guys. Everyone who's actually got armor piercing, get on the flipping... yeah, dismounted Hussars. I need them down. Here come the cavalry. Where's the weak point? I think the weak point's... Yeah. The weak point is now totally over here. So, let's get the cavalry through there if we can, and basically just create a big breach. The moment I start spreading out, and we're over the bridge, we should have this won. Oh, but they know it's coming. They're sending in flipping reinforcements. Right, what about on this side? Those guys are wavering. Okay. In that case, push this way instead. Push this way instead, through these guys. They're shaken. That is dismounted Hussars. Need to go... That's one general's bodyguards. That's literally him. Take him out. Assassinate their leader. Just assassinate their leader. Right flipping now. Go on. Flipping. Somebody just kill him, please. Thank you. Right. How are the knights doing? Because they are just... Those guys are only shaken. If you could just basically take out their leader, that'd be great. Down he goes. Right. Now... Come on, that's hopefully got to be the thing that triggers the rout here. Go over to these guys. They're now wavering. Send in some cavalry reinforcements down onto this side. Wavering and broken. Right, now, here we go. Now, my horses have a clean flipping line of Balkan archers already down to shaken. And then we just wrap up this flank. Nice, okay. This is now looking good. This is now looking good right here. All of you guys, start getting over here, please. Quick as you can. Chase these guys down. Do not let them get anywhere out of the way. So, my cavalry now on this side. Why are you over there? That's not your job. You guys, get over here. Just see off these lads, please. They're broken. They're broken. Right, get over here. See off these pavis. That's broken. This is looking good. Time to send my general in. Actually, you know what? Don't send the general in. There's too much random cannon fire going in random directions that makes no sense. Right. You guys, get over here. You guys, over here. You guys, I think you're already over there, right? Yeah, you guys are already over there. That's already pretty much broken. That is feudal knights already on top of that area. You guys get over here. Clear out those lads. Right. There we go. Beautiful. That will flipping do. You guys get in there. And now that flank has totally collapsed. This is all my lads, and that's actually the air reinforcements. These lads coming over here, taking out these guys momentarily. That's mercenary. Get out of the way, mercenary flipping spearmen. There we are. You guys, get over there. Right, I think we're now safe to deploy my own king. Yeah, I think we're now safe to do that. Right, lovely. We've lost a fair bit of strength there. Yeah, we've lost a third of our own army. Most of it to our own flipping cannon fire. I thought they'd help, but they kind of didn't, to be perfectly honest. I probably should just wait. I should just wait for them to use up absolutely all their ammo. But that struck me as a bit boring. So I kind of probably took a bit of a misstep there. Now, big important thing. Let's make sure the pavis especially do not escape. They're too dangerous to be allowed to live. Please stop firing at this point. Please. I think that might be the last unit that's standing over there as my knights come in to take care of that. Oh, yes. Pavis crossbowmen drop from 89 to... yeah, actually down to, hang on, 3. Like cavalry charges in this game, when you've got a big open plain to charge across, they work very, very nicely indeed. Right. I think that is closer flipping enough. Ah, wait, hang on. There's still some guys over there. Hang on. Anyone got some cavalry to just chase down these lot? Ah, tragically, I suspect you guys are about to get away just, but that's fine. In fact, actually, you're fleeing towards Venice. Can't help but notice you actually should have to flee the other way, because there's literally no escape that way. That way's the city. Wait, hang on, they're fleeing towards the city. Garrison, guys, get back to the city, because they're actually heading over there, and it's not actually garrisoned right now. So, what have we got here? You're down to 700 men, so that army will definitely survive, but we've absolutely broken its back. Good job there. And the faction head did die because he's not showing up here. Yep, execute those guys. Now, where are they going? They've naffed off over here. Alright, fine. So you probably need to basically chase them down and finish them off. To this point, that is... yeah, once these guys are out in the open field, they're a lot more dangerous. That was a difficult bridge battle, but in the open field... that's quite a lot more manageable. Okay, so, Venice secured, like, again. And Venice can, of course, have itself a nice upgraded little docklands there, because Venice makes an awful lot of money. There's some good goods around here. Right, so, Venice looking very much like it's on the ropes. Reinforcements coming in from this side as well, so we can put together a good army out of all of this. The Pope is just... missing. We'll kind of find him later. He's around somewhere. You need to naff off somewhere. Go away, please. Thank you very much. Yeah, we'll just kind of get rid of all of them. More Venetian boats sunk there. The Pope will slowly, you know, mind all this warmongering. In fact, I think I might have already... was I 8 out of 10? I'm not sure whether I've dropped one already or not. Right, so... next up... hang on, I imagine the... yeah, Venice already hates us. That's absolutely fine. What I probably want to do now is, yeah, end this turn, because I need to see what's going on with Spain. If they decide to attack me, and they lose badly enough, then that's it. Spain has just ceased to exist. Especially, actually, I don't even need to win that battle. I just need, actually, to kill all the generals that are present. Because this is it. This is all Spain's got left. Hang on. How many generals do you have floating around? That's a captain. That's the factionaire with 47. And presumably in here... that's going to be, only one leader, because leaders are always on the far left. So if there were 2 leaders, then that guy couldn't be there. So the king's here, the factionaire's outside. If I assassinate both of them in battle, that's it. It doesn't even matter if they win this battle. They cease to exist regardless, because they've run out of family. Ooh. Well, life is suddenly interesting. And as we look over the empire now, yes, as a result of reconciliation, everyone should be... a lot flipping happier, including you guys. You guys need to calm down, alright? And as for the final few bits of money, obviously those ought to go into, yeah, training of more troops. We can get ourselves, here we go, a serpent. I'm not sure whether it's serpentine or serpentine. I genuinely don't know. Anyway, let's just get more of those into production, because those are damn good. Let's just go for some of them, absolutely. Together with more Norse archers, because why the bloody hell not, eh? So a Spanish attack is likely incoming, and then the big question is, this great big Mongol force that's kind of bypassed us here, what are they planning to do next? Because I've got a plan, which is they seem reluctant to attack my cities when they're at full strength. So at Kaisaria here, which is now being backed up by, yes, Citadel plus Ballista, not cannon yet, but what if I was able to lure them in by making life a little bit easier for them? I'm just gonna get rid of... hang on, what do I want to get rid of here? What if I was to get rid of one unit of, yep, some Huskarls? I'm just gonna slightly thin out the ranks here. Thin out the ranks just the tiniest little bit, just to make Kaisari look like a slightly softer proposition for these guys. You know what? Scouts are not going to contribute much to this fight. I am going to now reduce this to 17 out of 20 for its garrison. See if that's able to lure them in, because I suspect a citadel with a 17 garrison and ballista towers, even without the cannon towers, that's going to be one hell of a proposition, even for multiple stacks of Mongols. We might be able to start thinning out their ranks very nicely. So, kind of hoping that might be able to lure them in. What are our 2 favourite factions at the moment, Spain and the Mongols, planning to do now? Now, the answer for Spain is presumably... okay, so the force that doesn't have... ooh. Intriguing. So you've merged but you haven't immediately attacked. Are you planning to attack? Thank you for getting rid of that witch, by the way. Much appreciated. No! They're not attacking. Well, that's of interest. That's very interesting. Well, in which case, I can... Somebody just died. Hopefully that was an assassin that died trying to assassinate me. Now, the Venetians, they can see clear as day. There's a great big Danish force coming towards them. Where are they planning to go next? And he's falling back at this point. He's not planning to try and help out his friends, because there's no point anymore. His friends are kind of already dead. Ah, yes, the Turks have indeed successfully taken Baghdad at this point, and... okay, that guy's naffing off. Presumably the bigger force is now going to take Yerevan. So the Turks are doing mysteriously well in the middle of a Mongol invasion. They don't give a damn about the Mongol invasion. This is why I kind of want some of the Mongols just to naff off to the west and start clearing out the Turks. Because the Turks are doing too well out of this whole situation, quite frankly. Now, as for the Papal States, any sign of the Pope? No! The Pope just isn't there right now, I don't think. There's still Inquisitors. They're just bumbling around, but... no sign of the Pope. I think he doesn't spawn until... oh! Okay, the great bumbling migration continues. So now they're heading... back down towards Adana. Are you actually planning to attack Adana? I don't know. Right, so the Great Bumble carries on. They're very close to... oh, he might actually be close enough to attack Adana. No, he has not put Adana under siege, and the others won't be able to get close enough. Fine. So they're now returning towards Adana. Okay, that's fine, and you are... no, once again, you have not put the territory under siege. Okay, this is all interesting. And there's just a witch. I really need to go and take care of that witch. I keep forgetting about her. Ooh, and in Budapest, Theologians Guild headquarters. Very, very nice indeed. So all my priests will be much, much better as a result of that. Right, so intersected Venice, probably a spy and assassin. They got taken out there. Vikinggrad, still plaguey, but hasn't spread. Faction announcements, nothing major. We've lost a spy in Dublin, but nothing of great interest there. All right, fine. Everything seems under control for the time being. Let's just move you up over here slightly, because there's... ah. Okay. That's a relatively large force, and these guys are... ah. Okay. Presumably, you guys are at war with Venice, right? That logically would make sense. Like, surely you guys hang the flip on here. Venice... yeah, enemies with the Byzantines. Now, as for the Byzantines... they're enemies with the two factions. I'm enemies with them. I mean, admittedly, I'm enemies with everyone. Like, me and the Byzantines, my relations are very poor. And their reputation is dubious. What if I was just to gift them money until they liked me? What if we just basically, yeah, just poured money down their throats? Would that work? So, the Great Bumble has returned to Adana. Adana can't do anything right now. Till 4,500... it's stuck being a castle, not a fortress, and then I can't do anything to its walls or anything. In fact, it's just a castle. Just a crappy little basic castle, but screw it. Help yourselves to a leather tanner. Maybe some of you can have leather armor, and that will help a tiny, tiny amount. Am I potentially in a position to repeat the trick we did last time, where I could lure one of those armies over to here? Actually, I kind of don't want to. If they're maybe about to attack either Adana or... actually, no. They might not even want to. They might be trying to get over here. It's just they had to pass through Adana's zone of control to do it. Another hilltop battle might not be the worst thing in the world. How good are you, by the way? That is... again, not a great force. I feel like we could destroy that. Yes. Okay. Don't worry about that for the time being. Priority for the time being is the Spain situation. What is going on over here? Because that is Prince Vel, presumably Night Fighter. You, together with this force right here. Yeah, there we are. Let's just have a look, see what we got here. No, I can't do a night fight. So we've got... oh dear. There's a trait you don't see very often. He is virile, though. Right, he's got some interesting and unique traits. What do we actually have here? I don't see that one. Hang on. Why is that? Surely there should actually be, like, you know, a specific actual trait related to his wife or something, but that doesn't actually... ah, wait, fine. So short on self-respect is this man that those who bed his wife openly laugh about it to his face just before passing water on his shoes. -4. Yeah, there's definitely a problem with how authority's calculated in this game. If it gets too low, it just wraps around to being high again. It's like the old Gandhi problem in Civilization. So he's up to 10 out of 10 and possibly slightly beyond. So there's an extra fist on the end there. He's 11 out of 10 on authority, despite actually, you know, other men laughing in his face and then urinating on his shoes. So that's a shame. That's a real shame right there. But yeah, his actual force in the city is not spectacular. Probably we should just basically let that be worn down over time for a bit. Because then Prince Val over here, together with, a new family member that's probably 23, might have just been generated out of nothing. This army is okay, but it's not great. We could easily take that, but I don't like the idea of having to do both. Okay. I mean, if I could actually catch that army as it came into the battlefield... but I don't have any siege equipment right now. Or rather, I do have siege equipment, but if I... I could catch this army as it comes in. I'm starting from the top right, so I could probably start in the top left. If I was just to catch these guys, I could probably just basically catch them as they enter the battlefield and do a lot of really good damage to them. But the damage I would suffer in return would be high. And then I need to actually break into a citadel guarded by double dismounted chivalrics, and also sword and buckler ×2, and Pavese crossbow, and a faction leader's cavalry, all of whom have upgraded armor, and most of them have upgraded weapons. I mean, that's a proposition right there. Okay. I've got a different plan for you guys. What I need to do is... how are you guys doing, by the way? You guys ready to start? There we go. You guys are finally ready for retraining. Zaragoza might be in a bit of difficulty momentarily, because I think what we need to do is send a second army to basically clear out Prince Val, allowing this force to focus on the Citadel, knocking Spain out of the game for good. Now, we do have a whole bunch of stuff we can use for that. So we've got good old Colbane over here, who's actually alright. So you start joining up with the reinforcements around here, and more reinforcements too. You see that? That's a decent starting point to an army. Toss in the cannons, because you're going to need the cannons. Cannons would probably be useful to take over anyway, but it would slow you down quite a lot. No, leave the cannons behind. Instead, just take as much as you need on that front. Take some there, some Catalans. Take Catalans, they're lovely skirmishers. That is a decent force, but could be better, to be honest. What else can I give you? Can't give you much. That's pretty much your lot, in fact. Just head in this direction, chase off those guys. Zaragoza meanwhile just needs to protect itself for the time being, and maybe I need to get some reinforcements trained over here as quickly as possible, just because, yeah, the Portuguese are totally going to attack Zaragoza at some point, so I need something good to come and take care of that. Train the horses up here, however, because, yeah, the horses up here mean they'll be able to get down faster. Right. This force is going to take out Prince Val. This force takes out the Citadel. That's probably pretty good space for that. You, my good man, meanwhile, you're pretty damaged, but you're probably safe to just actually crack on. Have these guys fallen back to Ragusa? Not yet. And they're not interested in trying to take this off the Byzantines. Right. Get a new flipping diplomat in production over here, because my diplomats over this side of the map seem to be incapable of actually getting anywhere useful. So get a new diplomat over here. We need to make friends with these guys. Let's just go and stand close by to Sophia, but not quite in it yet. It'll just annoy him, poke at him, hopefully provoke him into an attack at some point. Ah yes, and don't forget down in Egypt, this guy starts marching down towards the bloody Sicilians. So hopefully we can clear out him, maybe clear out all the flipping rest of the bastard rebels while we're doing it, maybe even clear out this rebel army. They've been there for about a century at this point, I just don't particularly care, because apparently I own Dongola, I just occasionally forget I do. I may have just slightly made the decision about what to do with Adana accidentally, which is I just sent this force forward to clear out some rebels. As it turns out now, this force is kind of stuck in the mountain range. So, okay, decision made. Why have you got a bombard? You shouldn't have a bombard. That's not even that useful. Clear that out. Let's bring a... Oh. Do we want to bring a general? Godfred the Handsome, you did okay at this last time. How do you feel about going up and doing it again? Oh dear. This time with... Okay, that's a fair bit of artillery. And probably some slightly chunkier troops than you had last time. You, my good man, get up there, see what you can do again. Alright, it worked for us last time. You had a nice hilltop to work with. We'll see what they decide to do. And we'll just move the backup army onto the bridge just for safety. Meanwhile, King Thorgils the Lawgiver, ready to go if need be. Alright, he's always ready for action. Good old Thorgils. Oh, look at that magnificent hair. In the film adaptation, he'd totally be played by Kit Harington. And don't forget this guy up here, who I'm just sending over here just to basically slap down a watchtower so I can see what's going on this part of the world and make sure we know whether the Turks are coming from Trebizond or not. So, you head back up here. Rejoin up with these lads if you can, actually. Because I strongly suspect that this force will either be able to clear out these guys and then maybe take Yerevan, and that'll be very, very welcome, because then the unified empire will finally be a reality. That'd be beautiful. And don't forget to train a priest over here on Corsica to deal with you. You're 2 out of 10, but now I've got the headquarters in my territory. Yeah, brand new priest should actually be pretty competent, all things considered. Speaking of which, I imagine there's one of you floating around here. Yeah, you know what? You'll flipping do. This is 99, 98% Catholic. Where are you required? Head over here and help out with that problem. Oh yes, and of course, the forces at Valencia should totally just be, or at least the retrained ones, they should totally just head north to provide some reinforcements to Zaragoza. Yeah, that's fine. Valencia retrained groups, that is a few of you at least. You guys head... No. You guys head north to reinforce Zaragoza against potential Portuguese. Cannons, however, you guys head over here. We'll have the cannons meet up with the rest of the force, because that would be rather useful in potentially knocking down the citadel to have just a couple of basic cannons floating around. And maybe just... Oh, we're already retrained then, that's fine. That's probably enough with yeah, that'll be a fortress with some decent troops. Even if these guys get any stupid ideas, they won't be able to push in against that. Now, as for the Venetian pursuit, Carla V, you're now ready to start moving, and you've got a good enough army to start heading over in that direction. In fact, actually, Carla V, head down in this direction, if you'd be so kind. And that's Naples, right? Naples, train a boat. How about what we just flipping do here is, yeah, we just basically get a little just basic boat, and we just basically send a force over here. Because I think the Venetians are going to be more over here. Yeah, that could work. Just ship that force over there. Meanwhile, Jasper of Day, or whatever your bloody name is, you join up with the reinforcements here. Anything that's too badly damaged can basically, yeah, we'll just kind of merge some of this all together. Right, damaged stuff. Head up to Innsbruck for retraining. The reinforcement force can get in over here. What do you need? You could do with some decent cavalry. Yes, you could. Some additional archers. Those are peasant archers. You can probably do without those, however. Yeah, we'll just put you in there, and the peasant archers can just go and hang out in Venice just in case it ever needs more help. These guys, meanwhile, loop around here. That's now a very good army for mopping up the Venetians, while, yeah, Karl of V heads over... Yeah, Karl of V, I was indeed right. While he heads over here, takes this citadel out. That leaves them with only one strong actual place left on the mainland. Then it's just islands. Because, yeah, they've got Sardinia, barely guarded at all. Then they've just got, yeah, they've got Crete and a few other bits and pieces. But they've got nothing major. They've got nothing major whatsoever. Right, time to see what the Mongols' next move is. That's the interesting... Oh. Unless Spain have decided they do want to do this after all. Oh. Are they getting... Yep. The Spanish are up for this. As it turns out. Right. This is it then. One final fight versus the Spanish, and ooh, this is not going to be simple, is it? No. This force is, okay, I can see off this force, and I've kind of got to see off this force before the reinforcements get here. If these two forces join together, this could provide a bit of extra backbone. Sword and buckler are not nothing. That defense 20, that's high. And dismounted chivalrics most certainly should not be underestimated with flipping 1423 in attack and defense. Still, I'm guessing you presumably have... Do you have any form of morale penalties? Because no, that's authority lacking, but not actually anything related to morale. So your morale's actually okay. And he's got fine armor too, so he's not dying anytime soon. Prince Val, very similar. Nothing that hurts his morale either. Oh dear. This could be of interest. How are you again? Are you actually good at your job? Well, you're healthy, which is nice, but unfortunately, other than that, nothing that impacts any of this at all. Right, this is just a straight-up match. This is going to be of interest. Okay, here we are. We've got a bit of an uphill to work to our advantage here. They're coming from over here, and this farm being in the way is nice. That's impassable. So pretty much we know they're coming from this sort of an angle, and hopefully that farm will screw up their movement. So we draw up on the hill. Yeah, we've got a nice advantage over there. The actual city, however, isn't over in this direction. I would have thought it would be over in about this direction, which hopefully means all this might screw them up, and they might take a while to arrive. Yeah, we were besieging something to the southwest of us, so logically they're coming from over there. So what we want to be is right up over here. Oh, but not quite that much over here. Here. They have to march up at us. When that fight's done, we simply turn... Yeah, we just turn to the left, and our entire line still keeps working. Okay. It's not perfect, but it's going to have to flip and do. Problem is, this line has taken some knocks already. Some serious knocks. Okay, and we've got no spearmen, but they don't have... Well, they've actually got quite a bit of cavalry. Ooh. Okay. Let's put the Norse swordsmen at the end of the line. If they go at the end of the line, then their defense will probably do them pretty well against the actual cavalry charges. So they're kind of guarding the flanks. Meanwhile, right in the middle, we'll put you guys. Okay. This could be a little bit... yeah, and also let's put some Norse axemen towards the middle so they can kind of get involved wherever they're needed. We've got ourselves... It's not great, is it? It's a dodgy army. It's scruffy. Scruffy, but Norse swordsmen... I'm just going to kind of put them around the flanks here, because I suspect the cavalry are going to try and do something. Now, we also have quite a bit of cavalry on our side, including quite a lot of light cavalry. Let's just keep the scouts, yeah, out at the sides here. They might be able to run around and do some good work. Not sure where I need my main heavy cavalry, at least for the minute. Right. Screw it. This is going to have to do. Start like that, because then I can flick this just round to the left if need be. Okay. As I expected, they're now coming in this direction. All these guys are currently... Yeah, most of these guys are hidden. In fact, is the entire army hidden? The general is not. Right now, they can literally only see the general. So they're heading in that direction. They've got peasant archers, dismounted feudals. They don't have that much in this army in the way of... You are Pavis. Yeah, you're Pavis. Fine. And behind those guys... There's a lot of trash there, though. There's a lot of just basic trash. I think we can probably handle this, especially if, yeah, there's not that much indirect fire. We can do a lot of damage from up the hill. And my mercenary Pavis have already started firing. So the bolt should start coming in momentarily. These guys will break almost immediately. Now, before any of that happens... Oh, and it comes, and it comes, and it comes. Nice. Dismounted feudals, you... Turn your attention over to something armoured. Turn your attention over to the armoured stuff that's still pretty strong. But actually... This group right here, if you'd be so kind. And you, back them up. Because go for... They're still light infantry. You go for them. Right, the other archers do what you want. Let's just see what's going on this side. Because I suspect these guys are going to take a while to... Yes. As I was hoping for. It looks like they're being kind of screwed up by... How are you planning to get... Wait, hang on. Okay, that's... Okay. There's a passable region right there. There's some passable right there. I think they can make it into the battlefield. If they can't make it into the battlefield, because they've literally been screwed up by this quarry, that'd be marvellous. But let's not worry about that for now. We'll check in on those guys in a minute. What's going on over here? Ah! Would you believe what's going on over here is some mailed knights. Right. Begin moving you guys forward to intercept if need be. And we probably need to, yeah, get you over there. They're charging at something, but screw it, it doesn't matter. And then we've got a load of fire coming in. Right. At this point, it's probably safer for all of the indirect fire to just fall back. You guys fall back slightly. You guys, yeah, all of you just fall behind the main line. Quick as you like, please. Quick as you're flipping like. So I want all of you guys out of the way. Start running, start running, start running, start running, start running. Apart from you, you guys just don't bother running. That's absolutely flipping fine. So everyone is mostly getting where I need them to go. Those guys are Norse swordsmen who have done a good job just charging around there. You guys just keep this safe. Right, okay. Let's see what we got going on here. Because for the time being, these guys are now rushing up a hill, and they've taken some bad damage. You guys need to basically get the hell out of wherever you are right now. I want you to be more like over here. Please hurry up and do that for me. The other Norse archers have removed themselves from the battle pretty effectively. These guys are fighting up a hill. Plenty of them have already taken some bad knocks. There's some Pavese crossbowmen down on that side. I'd say it's time to start sending these scouts out to basically go and just basically chase them off. Because this line will hold. That is Norse archers times 8. Okay, unsurprisingly, they broke pretty quickly. That's not to be concerned about. You start running, alright? Your cavalry, your job is to run, alright? Get around over here. Get down the hill. Right. Heavy cavalry, get over on this side. Looks to me like there's going to be a good opportunity for you to just get some good charges in on that side. Scouts, get out over here and get into the back of some of these guys. Right now, they're happy. They won't be for flipping long. You guys have just charged on over there. Hopefully, you'll have done a bit of damage. And the bare minimum, you've stopped those guys firing. You guys, scouts, faster firing, obviously. Get into the back of these guys. They won't be happy once they've been surrounded. You lot, get down over here as quick as you like, please. No, not whatever I've also just selected there. Just you three. Get over here. Get down over here. Get down over here. You lot, get round over here into the side of these lads. These lads are getting into position. How's things going on this side? You guys are... They're steady. Right. Get you out, then charge in again afterwards. In particular, go over here. The archers are starting to fire again. This is going all right for the time being. Town militia floating over here. So let's just charge into those guys. Oh, the scouts have been seen off. Let's just quickly go over here, see if we can just make a break here. These guys are not going to be happy about anything. Those are chivalric flipping knights. You guys, Norse swordsmen, getting on top of them. Chivalric knights dropping pretty fast, but... hang on. Let's just review here. So, feels like there's quite a lot of dead stuff going on here. These guys are still eager for the time being. My dismounted Huskarls will do a perfectly fine job. How are the reinforcements doing? Are they actually capable of getting into the battlefield yet? Not if I look the wrong way, they're not. They are... Yes, they've managed to make it up this narrow sliver here, but it's going to be quite a while before they actually make it to the battlefield, so that's good. We've got plenty of time to try and wrap this up. For the time being, at least, we've lost 17% to their 24, so this is not a whitewash by any stretch of the imagination. There's a bunch of scouts over here. General's bodyguard 16 over there. You need to basically get around over here and just start slapping into something that's actually going to help. There's another general's bodyguard. One of you needs to... Ooh. Right. You know what? That's Norse archers. They can fight against a general's bodyguard of only 12. In fact, you know, I should probably send... Get you back over here and help out. If we can just assassinate one of the generals, that would be great. Something over there is broken and is now fleeing. The town militia, unsurprisingly. Mailed knights are shaken. General's bodyguard is stuck in a melee. I don't want it stuck into. You guys, keep pushing over here. That's a general's bodyguard 51. Get back, get back. Every one of you, all of the heavy cavalry, pull back for the time being. I don't want you stuck in that particular melee that you're in right now. Just pull out over here. And if you can, that's town militia. Down to shaken. You guys, dismounted Tuscars, just push in over there, please. All of you start falling back. My main forces can probably just start pushing forwards at this point. That's probably looking alright. I can't really get down at the Pavese, unfortunately. You guys, get into the... Right, that's a general's bodyguard currently fleeing. Sword and bucklerman light, but I don't really want to charge them with scouts. We'll just kind of work around the outside of those guys. Norse swordsman will do the job. Scouts, get around the outside of here. There's more flipping chivalric knights down there. This looks like it's starting to fall apart for them. I want you to hit these guys in the back, please. Just work around these guys. Ooh, they've broken already. That's nice, good. This is starting to go wrong for them. Dismounted feudals down to 14 and shaken. In comes some scouts just charging through, hitting them. They're not going to like that one little bit. No, they are not. Now we just wrap it up, wrap it up, wrap it up. You're under attack from something. Get back to safety, please. What's that over there? That is... Ah, some scouts managed to regroup. Get over here, hit those guys. You guys, get down over here. Charge into that. Where's the other lads? You guys are over there. Fine, you lads, get over here. Hit these guys, please. Let's just get the cavalry slapping those bastards down. There's still a general's bodyguard of quite a bit of strength going on right now. I'd like those guys taken care of if at all possible. In fact, all archer fire. Hang on, all archers, thank you. And toss in the actual crossbowman as well. Focus your fire on the general, please. I want him dead. Something, just go and pin him. You'll flippin' do. Right, scouts. Probably not scouts, though. Scouts probably need to be the ones who aren't doing the pinning there. That probably wouldn't work particularly well. Meanwhile, my cavalry has just swarmed down the hill into the Pavis. Right, so the Pavis has basically been wrapped up. The general is now being shot in the back by literally every bit of fire in the world. This is their... That's their factionaire, isn't it? Yeah, that's their factionaire. That's fine. My cavalry is now basically just swarming over here. That guy is just going to be... I don't need to get involved in him. He's just going to be shot to ribbons. So you guys, get over here. Town militia over there. Not really high priority, but... How are the reinforcements doing? They're closing in, but they're still some distance away. They don't seem to be in a rush right now. Cavalry smashes into that guy. That guy should break immediately. In comes all my fire. And Norse Axeman to provide some lovely armor-piercing damage. General goes away. Right. Where is a good quality unit of... Ah! The scouts. Not fast-moving, but they will do the job. They're definitely faster-moving than flipping General's bodyguards are. Yes. Yes, they are. Right, so if the scouts just want to basically run you down... scouts... Run him down, please. Thank you very much indeed. Right. What else do we actually have going on here? Because those guys are now running those guys down. I should probably start moving... my entire force, excluding these guys, into a new position, which is okay. Now they're refusing to stay in formation. Ah, because units that were kind of important to that formation have now broken. Right, so now they won't reform anymore. Okay, has the danger around here been eliminated? There's still, technically, there's still chivalric knights. Right, get some more knights over here. Chivalric knights are trying to get involved over here. Finish them off, just sacrifice some scouts in order to actually just kind of buy some time for some proper infantry to get involved. Right, that's enough. You're losing too quickly here. In come Norse Axeman. Now get back over there now, please. Just keep them held in place just for one moment. Wavering, broken. Right, scouts, time for your revenge. Thank you very much indeed. Now, those guys are going to be wiped out. This force has been basically as good as eliminated. What's left over here at this point? Not too much. These guys are now coming over here. It's... Remind me what's even in this force. Ah, yes. Quite flipping tough infantry. But we've got ourselves a high ground advantage. And a great big pile of dead Spanish people to act as sandbags. We're running a bit low on ammo, but we do still have some. So, screw it. Start drawing up here, please. Everyone start drawing up there, quick as you like. Right, I'm having all of my infantry... just kind of, yeah, move into a good position to intercept these guys. The cavalry can keep doing its chasing duties for now. They can catch up later. But actually, it feels to me like, yeah, everyone's actually in a good shape already. So in which case, cavalry forces can probably just... You're still losing. Why are you still losing? Ah, because you're taking on flipping dismounted feudals. Well, you shouldn't be doing that. Not by yourselves, anyway. Everyone else who's actually is cavalry, get over... Ah, never mind. They broke anyway. Right, in which case, get some flipping revenge. Why not, eh? You guys... Get over here, help finish these guys off, please. Lovely. So we'll just wrap up the forces from the city. These guys are now drawing up into a new formation, which should give you, yeah, plenty of opportunity to shoot at these guys. Something's broken and fled. I think one of the damaged Norse swordsmen. That's fine. Leader's already back in position over here. Cavalry just mopping up down the hill. They'll be able to get back over to you momentarily. Nice. I think that's the entirety of the original army now fleeing or defeated. Very, very good indeed. Yeah, that's that pretty much taken care of. It's good enough. Just ride them down, ride them down, ride them down. Nothing left here at all. Nice. Right. Everyone back up the hill, please. Back up the flipping hill. We've got more to do yet. Everyone's a bit tired right now, but actually, for the most part, they're only warmed up and winded. And by the time this force gets here, they'll be all right. Now, what's at the front? We might be able to get a... Yeah, okay. They're sending Pavis crossbowmen forward right now. And they've also been marching for quite a while. There's a good chance they're more flipping tired than I am. So, if you want to just basically expose these guys... Do you want to... Oh, hang on. Let's just move my cavalry around here a little bit. If their infantry just keeps moving forward... Oh, I'll tell you what. My own troops are ready to start firing too. In comes a lot of fire. Yep, there we are. Good, 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 good. If their troops are willing to just basically march straight past the Pavis, I can just get in the back of the Pavis with my cavalry over here. So let's just get you all into position round here. No reason for you to be stuck round the rear. In we go. And in comes the General's bodyguard. They're starting to charge. Yep, they are totally going to leave this behind. So cavalry, just get in the back over here. Mop these guys up, that's fine. Weirdly long line of flipping cavalry here. With the king not quite at the front of the column. But you know what? He's not doing bad. Again, not much in the way of actual flipping spearmen. By which I mean there's no spearmen. But screw it, you. Get forward and be supported by you. Just get forward, start taking out the general's bodyguard, please. We'll start mopping up from behind over here. These guys have dropped from 120 down to, 70 already, down to wavering. So they will hopefully break momentarily. Ooh, no, the backup to shaken. Well bloody done. Well flipping done. So, my troops just going forward. Quite frankly, Norse archers can just stand and take king, at least for the time being. It'll just buy us some time. This is all fine for the time being. You're okay. You are too. You've broken. Good. Good, good, good. Let's focus my attention on this flank. Dismounted chivalrics. They're supposed to be eager. I don't flip and believe it. No, actually, it's easy to go around this side. Otherwise, we might get caught upon the king. You're almost into position. These guys are light infantry. What are you even charging at? You're supposed to be charging. I'm not sure I believe it. Right, just get into position over here, please. Get into position over here. And prepare for a big charge. Down the hill, down the hill, down the hill. And we come in, we come. Right, at this point, yeah, the Norse archers are fighting. Time to pull back the missile troops, I'd say. So all of you guys just fall back, please. Quick as you flipping like. Do start running. And then, yeah, these forces, get over here to the sword and buckler men. Get some lancers down. Let's get right down amongst them. And in comes a bunch of people being charged from the rear. They don't like that. Oh, that charge. That charge bonus. That charge bonus is sexy on toast. Right. So those guys have been not quite eliminated, but they've been very, very badly damaged. Down to 31, but they're still holding. Do you respect them? Good morale. Right, there's also more sword and buckler men at the side. Let's just get them out of there for the time being. And my infantry line should do a good job. At this point, we're up to 43% of us killed, but 82% of them is done already. So get the cavalry out of there. Now let's just loop it around the far side. Dismounted chivalrics is... Ooh, there's 85 of them at the front. But a bunch of charges into the rear will sort that out. I mean, these guys are now kind of down towards screwed already. I'm just going to bring these guys around here. And then momentarily, yeah, these forces can just, as soon as they're around the corner here, let's get these into the back of the dismounted chivalrics. So let's just get some charges in there. If you can get your lancers down, looks like you have got your lancers down. Well done. And straight into the back. That will do a lot of damage. Down from 105 down to... Oh, routing. Routing. Flipping spot on. Get in there. Let's just mop them up quickly. Norse axemen, get over to these dismounted chivalrics. Because you can now help out. That flank's now really secure. So I'm going to send some nice, heavy Norse axemen over in this direction. So just get over here. Get out here, out into open space. Then dismounted chivalrics. Get over there. Cavalry, you can now get over here and can probably help out with that too. Yep, sure, why the flip not, eh? So let's just charge in over here. And also close the gap on... dismounted chivalrics are already wavering. So this will hopefully be enough to push them over the edge. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Lancers, there's a couple of lancers, but not much. It wasn't a big charge. It wasn't a big charge at all. So they're still wavering, unfortunately. The king is pulling back. Yeah, their king is pulling back down to... Ooh, he's lost a lot of his strength, down to 27 already. Those guys are now fighting to the death. Those guys are broken. Those guys are wavering. Pull the cavalry out of there. Let's not actually kind of fight them unnecessarily. Where are you guys? Get down the hill. Get after the king. Has he decided he doesn't want to do this? Actually, he shouldn't be allowed to do that because he is actually... Yeah, he was a reinforcement army. Generally, they're not allowed to withdraw. So, no, he is indeed coming back at this point. I'm sending in my Norse axemen to basically try and intercept him. These guys over here, they're broken. Screw it. At this point, use my own cavalry just to hold him in position because he's being shot in the back by all of the archers in the world. Continue. We have won. But I want him dead. Because if he dies, then technically we've... Hang on, we've already killed the... No, there's a survivor. Because there were 2 generals in the original attacking army. So... Probably, we want to kill this guy. Because I was about to say, actually, we don't want him to die. Because I want 1 general to be alive. Because if the city goes rebel, there'll probably be more troops in the generated rebel army than there will be in the surviving Spanish. So, as a result of the fact... Oh, look at that missile fire coming in. Love it. Absolutely flipping love it. Where is the surviving king. He's over there. You guys break off and finish off the rest of it, please. Those guys screwed. You head over there and mop up with them if you'd be so kind. Scouts going up ahead. Scouts should hopefully have enough speed to see off the general's bodyguard at this point. That'd be very, very nice indeed. Because then, yeah, all that should be alive in the city is a bunch of survivors. Because I've already got the city under siege, I should have a bunch of siege equipment. So the equipment should still be fine. If I just mop up these guys effectively, there should be basically, yeah, enough equipment. And my troops should be healthy enough to basically push in at the beginning of next turn. Unless I just auto-win now. I might auto-win after this battle. I'm not sure. Though it probably won't tell me to the beginning of next turn anyway. Sometimes it just doesn't. So, in we go. Sword and buckler man, good quality light infantry, 20 defense, very nice, but just couldn't pull it off. Now the problem is my scouts are exhausted. These guys are routing, but I can't see how tired they are. Possibly they're fresher than exhausted, in which case they might be able to get away regardless, so that's kind of unfortunate. And the answer is yeah, the king did indeed get away. My scouts could not quite get on top of him in time. But, regardless, I would say I am pretty bloody happy with that, and hopefully that should be a heroic victory.
By the Lord, our foe is utterly vanquished. Let all who remember this day remember it as a day of our most glorious victory.
Right, so, as it turns out, we do actually have a bigger victory than I was expecting. It's only about 100 men total across, yeah, both his armies. So, if we're lucky, both of them will now cease to exist. Though I'm not sure this one can, because part of the 69 is a general. Generals can't just disappear out of existence. So, there might be basically nothing but one general and a bunch of just kind of, you know, vaguely scruffy survivors hanging out in that citadel now, which would be flipping perfect. And obviously we're putting them to death. And the answer is... Actually, maybe he can't get into the citadel. Can you get into the citadel? Or are you forced to... No. He's going to be forced to back away. I'm going to take the citadel automatically because there's no defenders. He can't reinforce because he's out of movement points. So I believe at the beginning of next turn, he will cease to exist and become rebel automatically. And Spain will presumably cease to exist. But it's not going to be... No! It's giving it to me during Venice's turn.
We praise God for this gift of victory.
That's interesting. How many are in here? Quite a flipping lot are in here. So, you know what? We're going to sack the settlement just for the money. And that is it. Spain ceases to exist, even though Spain is blatantly still there in the top at the minute, but screw it. Spain is gone. Spain is officially flipping dead. Very, very nice indeed. And you are really trying to assassinate my guy. Stop it. And sadly, I think he might be about to succeed. And no, I didn't hear the noise there. Seriously? You're going to try and besiege the city with a vastly inferior force. You know what? You're welcome to attempt it, you stupid idiot. That's fine. Oh, he's even got reinforcements of whatever the hell that is. Whatever tiny, pathetic, insignificant force that is there. Any chance you want to come out and take me on? No. No, you don't, and I don't flipping blame you. Or maybe you flipping do, or no, maybe you don't. Well, that's fine. He's just sent... Ah. No, he does. Except, weirdly, he decided to split it into two. He's just decided to split that force into two. Well, that's good. Because at that point, if I can just win this one battle, then their fortress is looking... Ooh. That's quite a good force, mine. So, I've brought a good force here, but they've also brought good quality flipping heavy infantry and a lot of long-range fire. But I've got cannons. Not the best cannons, mind, but cannons. Ooh, Venetian archers. I love these guys. These guys are great. Long-range missiles, missile attack 9, which is pretty damn good, and flipping defense 13, and melee attack 12. Yeah, they're kind of like Norse archers, but on steroids, but with much better quality armor, and they're longer range, which is really cool. They're not armor piercing, which is their disadvantage, but they're really, really cool regardless. So you know what, ladies and gentlemen, I would say that is enough for now, but next time we are going to kick off with a pretty big battle where on an open plain I'm basically going up against what looks like, yeah, just over 3,000 pretty much entirely Pavese crossbowmen. I've always said they're ludicrously stupidly overpowered. Let's see how much we got, because I've got cannons, but not exactly great cannons, to be perfectly honest, so I guess we'll just have to see. My army is not well kitted out for this. I've not got much cavalry. My own archers are short range, and the troops I've got are not the best defensive lads. This could be an interesting one, actually. We might be able to win it, but potentially we'll have so little left, we won't actually be able to push into their fortress, which would be very sad indeed. Though, if I was to leave them vulnerable enough, the Byzantines got the city, I would not consider that a problem in the slightest. Good old Byzantines, I like those guys. So, we will see about that next time, ladies and gentlemen. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been many a true nerd. This has been Medieval 2 Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye. Oh no! Oh dear! America's decided they do not like us. Just want to finish off China. I can die happily. Well, not happily because there's nuclear fire involved, but moderately happily. There we go. I've just started. Oh, God. The Earth was fun, wasn't it? We can all agree the Earth was great.